Hello, everybody. It's been well, it hasn't been that long. It's been, I don't know, a month, a little more than a month. But I'm here today because my friend loaned me his Leica M6, and it sat here on this table in my living room for maybe 2 months, and I didn't take a picture with it at all. I just walked past it every single day and looked at it, and I thought, not today, my friend. But one day soon. Finally, the day came. I took it into my hands. I loaded it with film. And I went out and I took pictures. And it was a glorious experience. I remember coming home and thinking, this is why everybody loves the M6 so much. And I didn't want to feel that way. I wanted to be a hater and not fall in love with it. Not be any more pretentious than I already am. But I remember telling a friend of mine that the experience of taking pictures with it changed the way that I thought about photography. Those words came out of my mouth. So yeah, then I processed the roll of film. I was so excited and thrilled to be able to make a video and call it my first roll through a Leica M6. And this is my first roll that I shot through a Leica M6. Ready? You guys ready? Yeah, look at that. Look at the exposure. Look at the highlights and the shadows. Look at that. Look at that one. I mean, this one I got really lucky. Did I mention that I watched some videos about how to load the camera before I did this? Did I mention that I went to take pictures of something really important that I've wanted to take pictures of for a long time? No? Yeah. It's a great camera system. My friend who loaned me the camera came back over. We loaded a roll together. And then I finally did shoot my first roll. I have to say, it was good. I still like using the camera. I like the metering system. I don't like so much the rangefinder system because for me, I'm too neurotic and I'm always checking this little tiny box in the center of my rangefinder to see whether it's in focus or not. And I'll check it like 10 times because I doubt myself because, again, the box that you're using to figure out whether your image is in focus is smaller than a Tic Tac that's been cut in half. That one's for you, grainy days. That's right. I watch your videos. I think about you sometimes. Sometimes when I read, this is true. Sometimes when I read to my daughter, mostly what we read is Diary of a Wimpy Kid. Why do I have a problem saying the word diary? I don't know. But when I read that to my daughter sometimes, I actually try to talk like the grainy days guy. Because I find it easier to read 30 or 60 pages if I'm talking like that guy. You want an example of this? I'll do it. Here we go. This is Diary of a Wimpy Kid, a novel in cartoons. I think this is the first one that ever came out by Jeff Kinney. September, Tuesday. First of all, let me get something straight. This is a journal, not a diary. I know what it says on the cover, but when Mom went out to buy this thing, I specifically told her to get one that didn't say diary on it. See? I mean, it's a childhood of many joys for my daughter. She gets 60 pages of that nearly every day. And I don't know why it makes me feel good. And I don't know why it doesn't bother her. She never says a word about it. What am I trying to say? Yes, I shot a second roll of film. I do like the metering system a lot. I tried several times to not check the focus in that tiny little rangefinder patch in the middle and instead just do zone focusing, which is what I'm used to doing. But it was on a 35 millimeter lens instead of a 25 millimeter lens that I normally use. That's right. I didn't nail it once, but I was also shooting at like 2.8 because it was a rainy day. I have a lot of excuses for why those pictures are not in focus. Number one being I'm incompetent. I then, what am I saying? I think this is why they tell you to make a list before you make a YouTube video about the things that you want to say. I don't know if you've noticed, but I've also been watching a lot of camera conspiracy videos. And I think that his personality is also seeping into mine. But I think that actually I am like him. The same with Grainy Days. I think we're similar people. And to be myself is to be more like them, which is confusing because then it seems like I'm trying to be like them, but it's just how I am. What can I do? But I feel like the whole brand that I established with the quiet American is struggling. I shot a second roll, and, you know, they're beautiful. The contrast that you get from that lens, it speaks for itself. It looks great. It's a great lens. But that is a very difficult camera to load, in my opinion. Honestly, if you run the risk of ending up with no pictures on your roll, why would you ever want to go take pictures? And I swear on the Tic Tac founder and CEO that I loaded that film right. I swear. And I don't even think Mercury was in retrograde back then. I don't understand why Leica decided to make everything fantastic about their camera. The metering system, the lenses, all of the materials that they use, that they're handmade. Great. Incredible. But I find Leica cameras difficult to load. Why? Because the back doesn't just open up. That would be too middle class, too not artistic. It's artistic if you have to pull the bottom of your camera off and have this little piece of metal that you could drop and a seagull might swallow it. Or one of those, what are those birds on the beach that has the really big mouths? So to show you what I'm talking about, this is the M6. And when you want to load film in this guy, you turn a little doohickey on the bottom, you pull it out like that, and you turn it, and you pull this thing off. And now you have this random piece of metal that you can throw at somebody. If you're in danger, you can use it to put your shoe on. It's great, but you got to do something with it while you load your film. And then your film goes in here. And if you just want to have a little look at what's happening, you can open this little fancy door. Isn't that cute? I'm an M6. This is a dumb way to try to entertain people on YouTube. Oh, is it? But hello, my name is Fancy Camera. I like to make babies sell on black market with diamond necklaces so people can afford me. Yeah, I made in Germany. Oh. Yeah. That's how you load this. You put that in there, and then there's these little dongles. Let's see if I can show you the little dongles here. Yeah. Yeah. So that's what it's like when you got to load the Leica M6. It's a joy. It's a dream. It's what everybody wants. It's to be able to put a shoehorn in your hand every time you want to load a film. I really honestly think for that reason alone, I would not want to own one of these cameras. That's right. Everybody out there in the world that wanted to send me a free Leica M6, no thank you. So yeah, I shot another roll with my Canon P, and I'm okay with the name of my camera being a bodily function. It was great. Like I use zone focusing. I didn't get distracted by the rangefinder. I have to admit, part of it is just that I know that lens really well, so it's the experience that I have. And if I invested the time and experience into learning the M6 system, I'm sure I would really like it eventually, maybe. But I don't like the way you have to load film on it. And my Canon P just opens up like this. You put the film in, you pull it over, you get it wound, and you're going. You're out on the street, you're taking pictures. Sometimes I took pictures of the same thing or similar things with both cameras. I will say it's two different film stocks. One is HP5 rated at 400. The other is FP4 rated at 125. I will also say that I pulled the FP4 and I think I accidentally pushed the HP5 a little bit. Wait a second, here we go. So yeah, the film stocks are a bit different, and take that into consideration. Also, one is a 25mm lens, the other is a 35mm lens. There you go. That's a comparison between the Leica M6 and the Canon P. Again, I want to go back to something I said in another video, which is that I think you should use the gear that you have and not spend a lot of time wishing you had something better, supposedly better, or different than what you have. I think any photographer that you talk to will tell you this. The most important thing is to get experience with the camera that you have, with the lens that you have, and get to know them inside and out. That's going to help you take better pictures way more than any camera system in the world that you could take into your hands or put on a tripod and go out and try to take pictures with. On that note, I discovered another guy on YouTube, and I think he said it best. Here we go.
No matter how slick the technology is that you use, it cannot make your work a masterpiece.
I also want to say I've been a little depressed lately. I haven't been feeling so good. I kind of get depressed at this time of year, every year. I want to say thank you to Tom Humble, who put out a video about mental health and photography and Corona times. That really helped me out a lot. Also, Karin Mayoka, I think I'm saying that right, I don't know. Your videos also really help me a lot. They always inspire me, and as well as my friend Samuel Street Life. I just wanted to say to you three, thanks very much for making videos. It really always inspires me. I feel like I'm going to cry. This is so silly, but the last few weeks I've been really bummed, and that's one thing that's helped me out a lot, is watching your videos, also watching Grainy Days videos and camera conspiracy videos. Those are consistently healthy ways for me to distract myself, but also connect to something that I really care about, which is photography and the community here on YouTube. See you soon. I have a few projects that I'm working on, and I'm excited to put them on the channel soon. So be well. Goodbye.